G'day, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. You're with the Pedal Picassos again. If it's your first time, please hit subscribe. Drop a comment below. Let us know what you think of this. The Mad Professor Super Black. This is a great little pedal based on a Fender Blackface amps 1963 to 1968. It's also got their Sweet Honey drive section in front of it as well. So it's a two-stage amp or an amp with boost. It's got a lot of control and a lot of dynamics to it. I'm playing the Fernandez Telecaster here with a Kinman single coil in the bridge and a stacked Seymour Duncan in the neck. I'm actually going into the Katana, but I'm just going into the power amp section and I'm just bypassing everything in the Katana except for the power amp. So this is how it sounds with the Super Black pedal bypassed. This is flat. Very dull, very lifeless. So it's just the power amp stage. And I've got this at very quiet volume. I'm USB out straight into the DAW. Right, engaging this guy and the controls from right to left, similar to a Blackface amp. You've got bass, middle, treble across the top. You've got gain, and then down the bottom from left to right, you've got volume and presence. And the two bottom right-hand controls are to control the Sweet Honey drive. So you've got extra volume and drive and a separate foot switch dedicated to that. So we'll put this through its paces, just the amp section, and I like how you can dial in a sweet spot of drive that it will clean up. Depending on how hard you attack, of course. Roll the volume off and you can still get a little bit funky. Dig in on a neck pickup. Right, and I've just very quickly set the controls from away from noon to where I think I like them. I'll wind in the bass control just to give you a listen to how much control you do have over the bottom end, which is important for me with like any Fender amp because, anyway. All right, there's the bass right out. A lot of bottom end there, but it's still maintaining some warmth. There's a dedicated bass cut switch as well. That just trims a little bit of bass out of it, if you consider it gets too boomy. I don't think it does. We can see how it interacts with the bass control. And there you can really tell when you've got the bass wound up and when you hit that bass cut switch, you can tell exactly how much it's taking out of the picture. So that's a different tone entirely. Sort of a MIDI scoop type thing by using the bass control. I'll put that bass back in, disengage that cut switch and then just roll the bass off a little bit. Still got some beefiness to it. Mid control. So you can get a really scooped sort of. And that's a really different tone too. Wind the mids back into midday. 3 o'clock. And then all the way around. back to about where I like it. You can really get some sparkle with the treble control, there is no doubt. And that's with it wound out. The gain control really adds some nice overdrive actually. So you can get this really cleaned up. I like to dial it up where it's breaking up to where I can actually dig in and get some nice rock tone. But then you can back off. And clean it up. Then we have some fun. Right, you've got your master volume control. I've got it set where it is, disengaging, and then getting an understanding of how hard you're pushing your power amp section, whether that's good or bad, depending on your situation, or whether you're going into the front end of your amp existing, right? So there's a lot of overall gain on tap with your master volume. Presence control on a transformer tube amp is providing negative feedback generally. It's just going to give you some extra sizzle or upper mids. And it certainly does here. Also, you have a compression switch. So a toggle switch for maximum compression. And you can really sense that on your pick attack when you're playing. It's a really clamping down. For maximum dynamics and least amount of compression, that toggle switch to the right. That comparison again. I really dig this. This is a really useful pedal. If you've got an incredibly clean amp that you've got dialed up and you want to take it to the next stage with some crunch as well, and then bring in the sweet honey. Now, I'm not saying you do that with a black face, but you can get some really good rotted rock tones, having the Sweet Honey engaged in front of an already slightly gained amp. I dig it. I really dig this pedal. Mad Professor, super black. Thanks to Ken and Michelle at Port Lincoln Music World for making this available to us. Let us know if you've got one. Let us know if you've got any other Mad Professor pedals. And I'm just going to have a bit of fun with this. See you next time. Cheers. See you next time.